Time to learn 2 more beginner kicks. Let's go. Hi everyone, I'm Silvana from SilvanaKicks. And today's video is going to be another follow along for basic kicks. Now, you guys loved what we did last week with the front kick and the side kick, so I decided to teach you 2 more this week. We're gonna keep it at a beginner level. We're gonna do a warm up, stretch, and then I'll teach you how to do these kicks very briefly. Briefly enough that you'll know how to throw the kick. Now keep in mind, if you wanna learn more in-depth explanation on kicks and stretches, I do have a Patreon page specifically dedicated to that where you could get coaching from me. If you have questions about that, leave me a comment and I also leave the link in the description box below. But let's get started on this one. So again, I've decided to do this from my own home, knowing that a lot of people are stuck at home and having to kind of work around the space restrictions or limitations. So all of these exercises are going to be really space conscious. So if you don't have a lot of space, you're still going to be able to do all of these moves. Let's get started. So I know that this is not the most exciting part, but we do have to warm up. If you're already warm, you could skip over to the stretching portion, but I do need to warm up, so you may as well do it with me. We're gonna go 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Time. Good. Take a breather. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. And we're gonna get into round 2 of warming up. Go. You could do whatever you'd like. You could run on the spot. If you have space for skipping, feel free to skip. Burpee, whatever warm-up you enjoy. Good, time. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. And out. One more time. Ready? Go. Good, time. Do your breathing. Out, in, out, and one more, and out. If you feel you need to do a little bit more rounds to warm your body up, feel free to do more, and then we're gonna get into some stretching portion. So if you joined me last week, you're gonna know exactly what dynamic stretches we're about to do. But if you didn't join me last week, feel free to try these out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with some dynamic stretches, which are active stretches. So what you're gonna do is start with one leg back. We're gonna do both. Your hands up. And you're just gonna take your back leg, swing, and stop. Stay as relaxed as you can and don't aggressively leg lift just yet. So 1 and 2, and just keep it nice and light. We're gonna do 10 off each leg 3 times. So starting at 1, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Switch your feet, put the other one in the back, and use your other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And as you do more and more, your legs will get more and more relaxed. You're gonna start to get more and more warm, and that's when you could increase the height of your leg lift. So back to the first leg that you did, hands up, and let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Stand up, move your hips around, and we're gonna do one more set of these leg lifts at as high as you can. Now, if I'm counting a little fast for you, don't be afraid to skip a number of mine and then keep going, okay? So go your own pace. Ready? First leg, as high as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch feet. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Stand up again. Do some hip circles. Do some high knees to just move your hip around and your legs. Just getting them nice and relaxed before you kick. This is vital before you kick because we want to reduce the risk of injury. If you're hopping right into kicks and throwing your legs out in directions that they haven't done before, or even if they have done it before and you're going into it without stretching and nice and cold, that's not ideal. You might still risk injury, so just be very mindful of your body. Warm up, stretch, then kick. And now you're ready to do one more dynamic stretch. So again, if you were with me last week, you know what to do. If you were not, we're gonna do a side leg raise. So this time, the leg that you're kicking with or doing your leg raise with is the foot that's in front. So put that leg in front, your hands are in place, you're gonna keep your hips center, you're not gonna turn them up. Okay, so keep your hips here, and you're just going to lift directly straight up to the side of you. So side leg raise, okay? Try a few of those first, like just lift off to the side. If you feel confident, join me on 10. If you don't, pause the video, do a few first, and then get back to it. Ready? 1. Remember, we're starting nice and light. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Time for the other side. So put the other one in front, keep your hips straight, and just lift off to the side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch, first leg again. We're gonna do 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 sets, not 3 reps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you're feeling warm and your hips are feeling pretty good, now you could increase the height of your side leg raise to as far as you feel comfortable doing. So last set, put that foot in front to start with, and let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up. Shake it off. Take your breath. Move these hips. High knees again. I like doing these just to make sure everything's feeling nice and good before I kick, before I stretch. We're gonna do a few more stretches and then we're gonna get into the kicks. Okay, so the last stretches that we're gonna do are some static stretches on the ground. So let's go. So we're gonna go and do the same stretches that we did last week. So we're gonna do our center split first. So hands on the ground, feet on the ground if you can. If you can't put your hands on the ground comfortably yet, you could utilize like a chair or a table and just pop your hands on that first. So, but if you could put your hands on the ground, put your hands on the ground. And again, when you're doing your stretches, only push until you feel resistance. Don't push past. You don't want to tear any muscles. All right, so you slowly work your way out. And if you're feeling quite comfortable in those positions, that's when you continue to push your feet out until you meet too much resistance, and then just hold that stretch. If you go all the way down, then that's awesome. Hold that stretch to the best of your ability. So hold here for 30 seconds. So go to your peak where you feel resistance comfortably. So there is gonna be a bit of uncomfortable for when you're stretching, but you don't wanna be in pain. You don't wanna be hurting. So go to a spot in your split where you feel good about your stretch and stop there. Let's hold starting now. Make sure you're breathing when you're stretching as well. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Sit back. Bring your legs in. Move them around. I like tucking my knees and just flexing my hips just to release them from that stretch. Bring them back out, shake them out. And now we're gonna stretch just underneath, right in our hamstring. So breathe in, breathe out, and reach forward. 30 seconds. Make sure you're breathing when you're stretching. I can't stress that enough. Awesome. Come out of there, shake your legs out, And again, do that stretch as much as you'd like until you feel you've done enough stretching that you feel comfortable kicking. Every body is different, and it takes different bodies different times to feel stretched. So hold that for as many reps as you'd like. Ideally, you want to hold the 30 seconds at least twice, and then you could get into the kicks after that. All right, you have made it past warm up and stretching, and now we're gonna get into our first kick. So the first kick that we're gonna learn today is something called a roundhouse kick. Now, a lot of people have heard roundhouse kick, but don't really know how to throw it. So what we're gonna start with is our side stance, which is a stance that you did your side leg raise in. When you're doing this, you also wanna kick with that front leg, so pick a leg that you wanna go with first. I'm gonna start with my right foot. Put that foot forward and your guard up. What you're gonna start with is the chamber for it. So a chamber is a knee position. So most kicks have different chambers. For this kick, we're gonna chamber and put our foot behind our body. So what I mean by that is your foot is gonna go straight to like tuck where your butt is. So right behind you, and your knee points in the direction of where you wanna kick. So foot behind, knee in the direction of the kick. All right, so what we're gonna do is chamber. From there, you're gonna bring your foot around, hit, pull back, and put it down. So for this one, we're hitting to the side of someone with the top of your foot or your shin. So again, we're gonna go up, out, in, down. Okay? Do that as many times as you feel you need to do in order to become comfortable with the kick. But I'm gonna count to 10 and do 10, so we can do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch feet. So again, try a few first off of your other leg. Make sure you get that chamber down pat, and then we're gonna start our kick together. Before I start this leg, I just wanna reiterate that I do have that Patreon page, so if you wanna learn the details behind all of these kicks and more than just the foot position and the chamber, feel free to contact me or comment below. So let's get this 10 done. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So you could do the 10 as many times as you'd like. Remember, training kicks isn't an X amount of numbers until you have mastered the kicks. I'm still throwing kicks daily, and I've been doing it since I was 4, and that was a long time ago. So keep that in mind whenever you're training. Like, there's no X amount of time or X magic that makes you good at kicks. It just takes repetition. Make sure to not get too frustrated with yourself. There are some hurdles that you will have to overcome after a while, just to increase the height of your kick, to make it stronger, to be able to snap it, to be able to hold it. There are a lot of things that you could do with your kicks, and it does get harder and harder. What I mean by increasing the height of your kick is you have to learn how to keep your hips in the same position, but be able to bring this knee up, out, back in, and down. What I mean by kick holds, because I'm not sure if a lot of people know what that is, it's when you've seen, maybe you follow me on Instagram, you see that I'm able to keep my kick up for long periods of time. And that's something that you also just need to be able to learn how to strengthen specific parts of your body in order to do. So if you want to learn how to do that, my Patreon page is where you need to go. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the next kick. All right, so now you've made it to the next kick, which is a back kick. So last week we learned how to do a front kick, which is in front of us. So now we're gonna do a kick that's behind us. So what you're gonna do is start with your feet shoulder width apart, just beside each other. And the most important part of a back kick is knowing what's behind you. So with your guard up, you're going to look behind you. So you're looking over the shoulder of the leg that's going to kick. So right now I'm looking over my right shoulder because I'm gonna kick with my right foot. You don't wanna look over your right shoulder and then kick with your, look over and kick. I already wanted to switch shoulders if you didn't notice that. So again, just look back the entire time of the kick. Keep your hips in line, don't turn them either way. They're staying right in front. So from here, you're gonna pick up your foot like you're going to do a front kick, but instead of kicking in front, you're going to kick directly behind, pull back in, and down. So the entire time, you're looking behind you. So again, look, up, straight back, in, and down. One more time, up, straight back, in, down. Okay, so again, we're gonna do 10 together. If you need to do a few tester ones first, press pause and then come back to me when you're ready. Hands up, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For my other leg, I'm going to just give you a different view. So I'm going to kick directly behind me. So now I'm using my left and looking over my left shoulder. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And congratulations, you just learned 2 more kicks. All right, and that's all I have for you today. So today, just as a recap, what we did was a warm-up. We did dynamic stretches, we did static stretches, and then we learned a roundhouse kick and a back kick. So all of these things can be applied with the last tutorial that I did last week, or the follow along I did last week. So in total, you've now learned 4 kicks to start with. So again, kicking doesn't have to be intimidating. If you've always wanted to try kicking, but you always looked and just saw the outcomes, so the advanced students doing kicks, and you thought, yeah, I don't know if I could do that. Don't worry about it. Start slow, start at your own pace. Everybody is different, just keep that in mind. You just need the proper coach to tell you how to throw these kicks, how to do them properly, and where to start for you. Now keep in mind, I do have a Patreon page if you want to be coached by me, which is a very amazing opportunity. I'm not only a Guinness World Record holder, but I have been doing these techniques basically my whole life. If you have any questions at all about any of the techniques or any of the videos that you see on my YouTube, leave me a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications because I'm here every Friday. Until then, I'll see you guys next week.